Hello, everybody. My name is Jason Ashroff of Partner Awesome, and the camera is right there. Sorry about that. Okay, so today we're going to start a multi-part series on how to use an OKR diagram or objective and key results diagram, and how to apply this, business philosophy to a partner program. And in many organizations, especially startup organizations or organizations that are growing into a partner program, a lot of times, there's such excitement. We have partners. We're okay. Ugh. We have to ground it in figuring out how that partner program is operationally going to connect to the business, right? And what we're going to be doing this week is really looking after that part of a program and then how it's applied. Okay. And then when you see all these other posts on LinkedIn, like, hey, I made this one guy $30 million a year. Well, you know what? You didn't do it year one. Okay. There's a there are things you have to do, to kind of build and build and build up there. So here's what we're going to do right now. Let's go into our trusty Miro board here, and we're going to start to put together an OKR for a partner program. And if you are a Miro user, all I'm doing right now is that I'm using the standard OKR board from Miro. There's no bells and whistles here. We're dealing with the basic of the basic right now for this example. And now, every great partner program starts with a why. Why are you doing this? Okay. So for a lot of organizations, money, 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 money. Money is something that will come from ecosystems. It will come from processes and procedures. It will come as a result of putting together the partner program as if it's a product. Okay. And if it's a part of the organization. So what we're going to do now is define the why. So the first thing we're going to do here, make a little bit of note here, just say define the why, capital letters, of the program, of the partner program. Now, in defining this why, we want to make sure that we do it on a high enough level that it can be understood by anybody. Okay. So one of our clients, here is their why from one of our clients: to build a global ecosystem of partners that does good and yields profits. Okay. So now let's talk about your partner program. Okay. You could be like, hey, I want to build not a global ecosystem, but I want to build an ecosystem. Okay. Of partners that does good and yields revenue. Okay. Maybe that's your why, right? Ecosystem of partners that do, maybe your why is different than this. Maybe the why is to build an ecosystem of partners that progresses our brand objectives and increases revenue. Okay. So here's just a couple of examples of defining the why of the program. And this why is it's an interesting one because it really does enable you to be very creative and enables you to really hone in on what the core pillars of your program are going to be. Once the why is defined, okay, now we're going to go into the strategic objectives, the what and the how. Okay. So what is the why going to affect? And let's kind of go through that exercise right now. What is the why in quotation marks going to affect? Affect with an A, being that, before the actual, thing happens. So right now it's going to affect what? And again, going back to the OKR, strategic objectives, what and how. So who's going to have a strategic objective? The product, right? The actual product that you're going to be bringing to the market. Okay, so products and services, right? The next one we're going to look at is going to be, hello, the actual partner program. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Now, so now those are two very strategic things that we're going to talk about. We have the why, and then how, what, and how. So the products are part of the what and how. The partner program is part of the what and how. What else is part of the what and how? So we also have deployment. right? How is that product getting deployed? Okay. On top of that, we have to create a new one over here. We're going to have relationship management. Relationship management. And then over here, we're also going to have support, right? So now we're going to have support. And then finally, if we look at the top over here, let's move a couple of things over. Because there's one thing, if you're looking at home or watching this at your desk, you're kind of saying to yourself, okay, Jason, cool story. How is this going to be marketed? Right? How is the program itself going to get to the market? So let's move this over. Let's move this over here. Let's copy and paste this guy. And now here we're going to have marketing, right? How are we getting the word out, right? So now from the why, we added marketing, we added relationship management, and we added support. And if you're like me, you're a little bit annoyed by these round edges over here. So let's just get that. Let's get that guy straightened out. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we basically have the makings of a plan. Okay, so our plan started initially with our why, and then we have what is the why going to affect. So we have the what and the how. So we have the product. Okay, so now let's define the what and the hows. So this is a what, okay, and this is a how, the actual program, okay. Deployment becomes a how because that's an action that's being taken to get your software to the market or your service to the market. So that one's pretty clear. Then now we have marketing. So marketing is an interesting one because marketing is going to be what you're going to do. Marketing is going to be a what and a how. Okay, so it's going to be both. Now that we have relationship management is going to be a how because that's going to be a support that's going to have an action associated with it. And support is also going to be a how because those are going to be critical path. So the marketing is both because you're taking what the program does and then you're going to the market with it. So there's a how there, there's an action there. Deployment is how you're actually getting into the market. The partner program is actually, you can argue it's a what and a how. And we'll get into more details about that. And then the product and services is really the what. What are you selling? What are you doing with what you're selling? And I think today we're going to end out, we're going to kind of go through a few things here. So with products and services, we have licensing, we have PS fees, and then we also have margin. We also have margin, and then margin equals partner commissions, right? So we also have to excuse my spelling here, commissions. So now we have more facts in terms of what the product and service is actually going to be doing, and not only that, we also want to have product feedback, right? We want to have product feedback. And this is also going to blend into a lot more other things that we're going to kind of go over in the activities. So we're looking at the what of products. The what is going to be concerning licensing. It's going to be concerning PS fees, and then also product feedback, and then margins. For the partner program, this is where this is where we're going to kind of look at our wheel, and we're going to talk about infrastructure. We're going to look at management. We're going to look at, let me get a little bit bigger, infrastructure management. We're going to look at authorization. We're going to look at operations, deal reg, and management. We'll look at ecosystems, et cetera, et cetera. So we're basically going to look at the program overall, and then what activities we're going to do, and then how they're going to be implemented. Now, deployment is going to be, how the product and or service will be deployed to the end customer. Okay, the marketing is going to be how, marketing is going to be what is the partner going to market in terms of materials, etc. And then in terms of the ICP, what should their perception be, right? So in other words, like what is it that when that ICP looks at this, when the ICP comes in contact with the brand, what's the perception? What do you want them to understand about it? Now the how with the relationship management, this is how the partner manager is going to manage the relationship between the partner, customer, and platform. And what is that whole kind of universe of what does that ecosystem look like? And then finally, support is going to be how is the product going to be supported, right? How is the product or service going to be supported? Product or service going to be supported. Okay, all right, guys. All right, so now we started off again to recap. Before we end our time together today, define the why. So this is really step one, right? So this is step one in our OKR journey, right? And then from there, we're moving on to step two, which is how the why is going to affect. And this is really step two. How's it going to affect, the kind of waterfall here that we're going with? So thank you very much for joining us today to go over I think part one of the OKR objectives, for partner programs. And what we're going to do this week is that, every day we're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the OKR so that by the time you're ready to put together your program, you can walk away, from these series of videos and be able to organize everything in-house to be able to be set up for success. My name is Jason Asher. On behalf of everyone at Partner Awesome, thank you very much for joining us, and have an awesome day. Take care.